Ooh, yeah. Let's get it. Let's get it. Dumelang, Sanbanani. Hello, peace, love and light to you all, family. Welcome to another YouTube video with me, your host, Mathix Mahlangu. First of all, let me start off by saying this. To everyone who's subscribed to this channel, thank you very much. To everyone who watches this information and engages with it, thank you very much. It means a lot. It means a lot to me because my sole purpose, one of my soul's purposes for incarnating on this planet is to pass on knowledge, to the people so that we can remember who we are, so that we can remember our divine nature. Now, I hope as you are watching this information and, taking in all of this knowledge, because it's a lot, I hope that you are applying it in your life and you are not just coming here, to get a dose of information. You should actually be applying this and doing your own research, doing your meditation, doing your breath work, and doing all of these things that I talk about here and looking further into the information and not just ending here. There's a lot that we have forgotten, and there's a lot that we still need to remember as a collective. But thank you very much to everyone who has subscribed. Now, on today's episode, we're going to be talking about the Bible and the Zodiac signs and also Astrotheology. Now, before we get into that, don't forget to subscribe and to like the channel so that you can get more videos in the future. Now, getting straight into the topic, I remember growing up, especially growing up a Christian, you would hear such things as, don't meditate, meditation is evil, it invites demons inside of you. Or you'd hear things like, horoscopes, they're a lie. You talk to many Christians and they'll tell you, or religious people, I don't believe in horoscopes and in zodiac signs. I don't believe in all of that. And it's so funny because the whole structure or the whole religion of Christianity is based in astrology. The whole of the Bible is astrology, put forth in parables and in allegories. But what the Bible stories actually are, they are phenomena of celestial movements and the arrangement of stars, and how that whole phenomena of as above so below pertains to us here in the below. Because we say that God is light. And what are stars? Stars are lights. They are angels. When they talk about the angels being messengers of God, they're actually talking about the stars, because the angels give us message being light. Light is information. And so now those angels are the arrangements in which those constellations have arranged themselves in angles of light. Certain constellations bend in such a way that when the information gets to the planet, you receive it in a certain way. And they'll say that, it's a Mercury retrograde, or it's a Saturn retrograde, or this planet is conjuncting with this one. Those are the angles of light. The planets, the stars, the constellations, they give us light. They give us informations. So that's why they say that, let's say, Libras have certain characteristics. Geminis, Aries people behave in a certain way. And even in that group, there will be specific things that separate you from the other people in your zodiac sign, because you will have your unique planetary placements in the different houses, right? So now, what you also need to understand is that if you're still saying things like, I don't believe in astrology, you have it wrong. And what you need to do is that I'm going to challenge you here to be open-minded. You need to pursue information. You need to question the age and the time of just blindly following pastors and people and preachers and people speaking on YouTube without you doing your own research. That time is over. You cannot trust your soul's existence and give away the post-mortal existence of your soul. Post-mortal being the here and after, or the afterlife. You cannot give all of that to someone here on earth. and say that, no, you are going to be the mediator between me and God. What you say is, I don't need to do any further research. I believe in you, pastor. I believe in you, preacher or prophet. It's fine. No, that's over. It's not fine. You're going to have to take responsibility and dig up, because you cannot possibly think that the vastness of your soul just ends with this little book. In the physical reading of it, you cannot possibly think that a man took animals into a boat, or some man was being followed by 12 dudes, or some man gave birth to 12 sons. You cannot think that there's a lion with 12 heads, and you cannot possibly be thinking this anymore. You have to step into that other side. Now you have to cross over. You have to cross over. Now, what happened in the Dark Ages was that there was a group of people known as the Gnostics. And these people basically were studying Gnosis. Gnosis being knowledge. They were studying the hidden side of what the Bible was really talking about. So you had your Christians, the ones that were just taking the Bible and reading it literally. And then you also had those people known as the esoteric readers, who understood the Bible to have a deeper meaning inside of it. So there was a group of people also known as the Gnostics, and they were teaching basically the hidden secrets of what the Bible was actually talking about, which is also what the so-called being called Jesus was also teaching about. Because remember that when he was talking to his disciples, he was teaching them in parables. So he would say one thing to the masses, but to the disciples, he would tell them straight up what it means. And he was all about, don't you know that ye are gods? And it is written in your laws that I've said that ye are gods. The law being the Old Testament, which brings us to what? It brings us to Psalms 82, where it says that God renders judgment among the gods. Which gods? You. These gods, us here in the physical. Now what we need to understand now is that what we know, or what we call God, is consciousness, right? Now this consciousness manifests itself in the universe in light and in vibrational states, in frequencies, in sound, in different harmonics. And then what that becomes, as the sounds and the light slows down, they take on different forms, being galaxies, being stars, being constellations, being planets, being minerals, being animals. These are lights bending in different angles. So now, when it comes to the whole zodiac, is what you need to know is that time immemorial ago, there was said to be a group of beings, right? So you also have to think about us humans as not the simple beings that you just see here walking around, looking for money and all of that. All of this which we are doing here is because we have forgotten what we really are about, what we really were doing before all of this 9 to 5. We are time travelers. We are star projectors. We are interdimensional travelers, stellar travelers. We travel in the universe. So when you watch these movies, these Marvel movies of beings in different places, moving from planets to planets, we have long discovered, we've known about interstellar travel. We've known about this. When you see ancient civilizations, they speak about being in contact with extraterrestrial beings, an extraterrestrial family. So what has happened is that when we landed on this planet, what happened was we lost track of time, and great speakers speak about this, Credo Mutua and other metaphysicians and studiers of the ancient history. It's written in old texts when they speak about a war of the gods and men. So what had happened was that we got stuck on this planet, and in summary, we lost track of time. We lost track of time. Now, in order to realign and bring us back to where we were, the ancient masters, the ancient adepts, the ancient ascended masters, what they did was they navigated the stars. They navigated the stars. Hence, when you see time has 12. It goes from 1 to 12. All of that is the constellations. So they put that in mythology in order to help us to come back to the knowledge of who and what we were, which is intergalactic star travelers. We are a supreme race with amnesia. So, what the whole Bible is talking about when it talks about the zodiac signs is that the zodiac signs, they are talking about time. Time. We got lost in time. All of this is about time. Hence, when you see in ancient Egypt, when they speak about the ancient deity known as Heru being the personification of the sun, the S-U-N. So now the sun in ancient time was known to be the god because it gives light. So the attributes of God were personified with the sun, saying that what the sun is, giving life to all things, that is what God is. So they personified the sun and gave it different names, Ra, Heru, and they gave the sun different names according to where it was in the night sky. When the sun was rising in the morning, they called that Heru, or Heru on the horizon, which is where you get hours from. So Heru, hours of the day. The hero on the horizon. Jesus said that I will go into the darkness and I will rise again. Just as I have left, you will see me rise. That's the sun. The sun rising each morning. Personification of its journey into the underworld to go fight the darkness, which was a personification of Set. Which set, when they say the sun sets. So when the sun is setting, that is a personification of the darkness, which was given the name of Set in ancient times. When you look at the different deities of the Netters being a name where we got nature from. So Netter comes from Netterus rather, because Netter means God, and then the Netterus are the different manifestations of God. So God as light, as the manifestation of light, would be personified as Ra or Horus, and then the manifestation of that same being as the darkness would be known as Set, meaning that the sun is setting, which is where when Africa got conquered and the information started getting distorted, because the ones who are victorious in the war get to rewrite history. So they say that another man's God is another man's devil. So what they did was they took the personification of Set and then later turned it into Satan. Set also comes from soot, the darkness. When you take a candle and if I were to burn it here, that black stuff that remains, that's soot, that's darkness. So that later got changed and then got turned into a physical Satan that lives underground by the later Christians who did not understand the earlier teachings of the masters. This goes deep. This goes very deep. So now, Heru, the sun, which is Jesus, the sun is what the Bible is talking about. It's the journey of the sun. The S-U-N manifested in the physical as the S-O-N, the Son of Man. So we are the manifestation of light, the sun here on the planet, the walking sun. As above, so below. So just as the sun goes through the 12 cycles of the constellations, which the ancient Egyptians said that Heru, or the hero, walked in the sky with 12 steps. 12 steps, and in each of those steps it would have a different name. So when the sun was at the horizon, it would have a different name, and when it was at its climax at 12 p.m. it had a different name, and when it was setting in the evening it had a different name. So now that journey of the sun is personified as Jesus with the 12 disciples, because the sun moves in the 12 constellations. It moves through the 12 constellations. So this is where we get time from. Remember, this is a tracking of time because we forgot time. Now let's get into time. Wait, before we get into time, I want to read from you from the Bible. In the book of Job. This is just for all those Christians and for all those people who say, oh no, I'm a Christian, I don't believe in zodiac signs, I don't believe in horoscopes. And as I'm saying that, you need to step up and step out of the Sunday school mentality where you just believe things because you found them. You need to question and you need to read the Bible thoroughly. Don't pick and choose, read everything. It says here in the book of Job 38 verse 32, can you lead forth the signs of the zodiac in their season? Or can you guide the stars of the great bear? No. Let me start it here by 31. Can you bind the chains of the clusters of stars called the Pleiades, or loose the cords of the constellations of Orion? Can you lead the signs of the zodiac in their season, or can you guide the stars of the bear with her young? Do you know the ordinances of the heavens? Can you establish their rule upon the earth? What? Their rule upon the earth. When they talk about the gods and the principalities and the archons and the fact that Jesus conquered the archons, what they are talking about, the gods, what you call the stars and the planets, those are the gods, because the stars dictate your behavior here. Because remember that those are lights, they are angles of light. And if you are functioning in your lower level, you will be controlled by these stars and by these constellations. And what you need to do is raise above them, because what they do is that what you call your animal nature is what Jesus was talking about conquering. Because the moment you fall into, or the moment you incarnate into a physical body, your memory is wiped clean. And then now your whole behaviorism is dictated by the planetary placements in your zodiac sign. And what you need to do is raise your consciousness and now be able to discipline as Jesus, as that conscious part, to discipline your lower animalistic nature, which are represented by the zodiac signs. Hence you see them, it's a circle of animals. You know, it's a ram, it's a crab, it's a woman, it's a centaur, it's a crab, it's a fish, because they represent the animal nature. They say man is God in an animal body. This body is beastly, and what the zodiac signs represent is that Jesus, as the sun, as it moves across the 12 zodiacs, it's Jesus in the Bible moving with his 12 disciples. The disciples are disciplines, the disciplines of the mind, the psychological state, which is your mind. You need to discipline certain things about yourself. Lust, jealousy, envy, greed, all these are dictated by certain chakras and certain planetary placements. Lust, envy, and you need to turn these vices into virtues. So this is what it means when they say that Jesus was walking with 12 disciples. Those 12 disciples are the 12 constellations. In the Old Testament, they speak about Jacob having 12 sons. Those are the 12 disciples. They speak about the 12 apostles. Those are the 12 disciples. In the book of Revelations, they speak about a woman being crowned with 12 stars. Those are the 12 zodiac signs I'm talking about. Those are the zodiac signs. The 12 disciples, the 12 tribes of Israel, those are the constellations. Can you bind them in their season? Do you know what they mean? There's another verse in the Bible that says, look upon the stars and they will be there to mark great important time. The stars are time. Let's talk about time, as I said. Now, you get 24 hours in a day, right? And then you get a year. Or you get a day, you get a week, and then you get months, and then you get a year, and then there is what we call the great year, which is 24,000 years. So now, what is happening with the whole thing in terms of the 24,000 year cycle is that our sun, this sun, is a binary. Ooh. You just got a major. Ooh, that was a good feeling. Ooh. Our sun is a binary, which means that there's another sun that we are following, and that is the star system, or that is the star known as Sirius, the brightest star in the sky. The ancient Egyptians, if you were to look at everything, the pyramids and all of that, what they were doing is that they were aligning all of their mathematics, their formulas to that great star, because it is a greater sun than our sun. It is 10 times or 100 times brighter than our own sun, and light means more information. So the closer we move towards Sirius, that is what is known as the golden ages, and that takes 24,000 years for us to circle that. So just as the planets circle the sun is also going around another sun, which those two are going around a bigger sun known as the galactic core center, or Unab-Ku. So what all of this is relaying is information. So since we lost track of time, the ancients, what they did was they mapped the stars. So our sun moves around a greater sun, and then it takes 2,000 years for it to move in each sign, and for it to complete a cycle of 12, that takes 24,000 years, which is what they call a great year. And in each great year, what happens is that there is a conscious development within humans, which is why you see in the Dark Ages there was times of war, killing, all of these hideous things, because we were further away than we are right now. Hence all of these things are ending. Apartheid, slavery, all of it, because more information is coming out. Hence you get verses such as in the Bible, in the end days, all that which was hidden will be revealed, because we are moving into a place that has more photons, more light. So the DNA, the neurons, they're awakening. Hence so many people are awakening. It's because we are moving closer to a place in the galaxy. Remember that we are one with Mother Nature. We are one with the universe. We are not separate. We are not separate from the cycles of the earth, summer, autumn, winter, spring. We also have these cycles inside of us. Just as the woman is linked with the cycles of the moon, so too is our consciousness linked with the cycles of the cosmos, and how God is developing and perfecting itself in this vessel known as humans. So our consciousness is growing too, and it is growing according to where we are in this great cycle of the stars. So now, that star known as Sirius, the Dogon tribe, look up the Dogon tribe of Mali, they speak about it. Credo Muto also speaks about it, and other great teachers have spoken about the fact that we actually came from the star system Sirius eons ago, and then we landed on this planet. You know, we've been to many different planets. There's life on other planets. There's life on other planets. We need to get out of this small thing, this small mind of thinking that the supreme creator of the universe only made us intelligent beings to only inhabit this small part on the fringes of the Milky Way galaxy, and that there's nothing else out there in the universe. That is pure arrogance. That is pure ignorance. That is pure ignorance. And that is ushered in by the fact that we think of God to be a physical, living being watching us somewhere, sitting on some cloud and watching human beings. You know, come on. We are those gods that navigate, that travel. That God is the consciousness expressing itself, housing itself in different embodiments, in different star system, and in different clusters. So what has happened is that since we were trapped here, We got trapped also in a cycle of reincarnation because we forgot who we were. So we could not escape this particular field, this particular place where we were, because there was a veil that was put upon us, a veil of ignorance. Remember that light is information, and in order for you to escape, you need a certain amount of knowledge and light in order to be able to travel into different dimensions and into different parts of the cosmos. You travel via light. Your body houses light. Hence, you have cells. Within these cells are atoms. Atoms are light. And what they discovered is that the same distance that an atom rotates around a nucleus on the microscopic level are the same distance that the planets are revolving around the sun, but on a micro level. So you have miniature suns and solar systems inside each one of your cells. So you are a library of light, but this light has been locked away because of your consciousness focus. All you need to do is switch your consciousness from the material and then resurrect the spiritual, and then now you become that which is known as a God. And so this is what the whole Bible is about. It's deep. It's about you being able to conquer the tribulations of the physical. The 12 tribes of Israel are the 12 tribulations, because each zodiac sign is a tribulation. There's something about that sign that you must master and conquer. If Aries makes you a certain way, it has pros and cons. You must master it. Taurus, you must master it. Gemini, you must master it. Cancer, you must master it. Virgo, you must master it. Libra, you must master it. Virgo, did I say Virgo? You must master it. Scorpio, you must master it. Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. All of these are things that you must master, that you must discipline. Because what the 12 constellations also reflect are the 12 neurons in your brain, which are the archetypes or the way in which we think and function in the physical. So it's a very deep and profound thing. So you cannot say that you don't believe in zodiac signs because you are dictated by them. Those are the gods. Because everything in the universe is conscious. And with our thoughts, we create thought forms. So if you can never master your lust, if you could never master your anger, your jealousy, your greed, you are being dictated by certain projections of light that you are not able to rise above. You are not able to rise above your beastly nature. The 7 deadly sins. You're not able to rise above your animal nature. You cannot conquer death because this body is death. Now what you must do, you are in a tomb. This body is a tomb. When they say that Jesus got crucified in Golgotha, Golgotha means place of the skull if you look it up. So you are crucified in the skull. This is the mountain that Jesus got crucified in. Jesus being your conscious awareness. It got crucified in here. This is the matrix. You are trapped in the brain because you think that all that you see outside is real when it is actually a hologram being projected from a place that you are not even aware that you are there yet. You are projecting from a distant location into the body to experience the senses. But then you got trapped into thinking that you were the senses. What had happened time immemorial ago is that, I'm sure this is a lot cold. It's getting a little cold. What happened eons ago is that we would come into the body voluntarily and leave voluntarily. You knew, you were like, I'm in, I'm out. You incarnate in a different place. You incarnate in different place, different galaxy. But this spark that is represent, or this human spark got trapped here. It got trapped here. And so what the whole thing with the Mayans, them predicting about 2012, the ending of the world, the Olmecs, all these great calendars, what they were doing is that they were mapping time. They were mapping time. The whole story of, if you watch Dragon Ball Z, Goku is sent here from another planet, and then boom, he knocks his head and then he forgets who he is. We are Goku, my G. Superman comes here from a different planet. What do you think all of these things are? We are that race that came here from a different place. And what the stars are, it's time. It's time. It maps a conscious evolution of time, because consciousness also goes through cycles. And those different stars and constellations represent different informations, because light is information. The whole Bible is talking about that. It's astrotheology, because astro means stars and theo is God. So astrotheology is the study of the stars as they pertain to God, or theos. Because God is light, it's L. So the stars project to this planet different forms of information. Just as the moon affects the waves and the tides, so too do the stars affect us here on the planet. The seasons. There's seasons of consciousness. Hence, the Bronze Age, the Golden Age, whatever age, those are influenced by this movement of the great year that I was talking about. And what is happening with this new age is that we are moving closer to that constellation, or to what is known as Sirius, to that bright star. And so we are receiving more light than we were before. Hence our consciousness is evolving, and all of these secrets that the people who've conquered through war have kept, the Vatican and all of these secrets are coming out in terms of what the ancients were doing. You need to ask yourself, what were the ancient people doing? The Mesopotamians, the Greeks, the Mayans, all of these people, the Babylonians. What were these things? What were these tablets, these stones, this language, this cuneiform, this hieroglyphics? What was all of this? What were they doing? What were they talking about? What was it all about? So that which we see here and known as the Bible is but a small fragment of a bigger picture. This bigger picture is you. It's about, you are the Bible. Because testa means body. The testament. Ment is mind. So the Old Testament, testa, body, ment, mind. New Testament, new body, new mind. Old, beastly nature. New, spiritual nature. Higher knowledge, higher consciousness. The resurrection of the spirit. The resurrection of God's self. The ability to now open up the temple of God. In my Father's house are many mansions. The ability to travel intergalactically in your sleep. Close your eyes and you're out of body. Astral flying, remote viewing, the ability to see things at a distant location without you even having to travel there. The ability to fly in your dreams. The ability to move and to go to different planets, to interact with different intelligent life forms. All of this is things that you are capable of as a projection or as a reflection of a God mind or a God head. You cannot possibly imagine that you are a child of God and that all of your existence ends with you having to work a 9-to-5 job to take your kids to school and have a great honeymoon and then have great retirement money and travel to Australia and go to Paris or New York, and then you retire and then you say, I had a good life. That is the box that your mind was put in to say, this is all you are. There's more to you. Psychological states. And then what they do is that they make you live that life, that true life, vicariously by giving you all of these movies through Hollywood. They cast spells on you. Because that's what Hollywood does. That's what the word Hollywood means. The Hollywood was taken from the word, it's a holly tree, which was used to cast spells. So Hollywood literally casts spells in your mind by telling you a vision via television. Tell a live vision. They give you something and then they write their science fiction. But then deep down, you know that these things are possible. Psychic abilities, intuitive knowing, past life memory, star travel. These things are true. But then they give you all these movies, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, and you know, they give you all these movies and then they say that it's science fiction. So you go to these movies and you watch them, and what they are doing is that they are vicariously draining your energy. Because you know that you're capable of those things, but you are living it vicariously through seeing someone else do it on the big screen. When you know that psychic abilities, they are a reality. If you were to research and speak to the elders, what do you think shamanism is? You know, when you go your floor, what do you think that is? That is mediumship. That is like Professor X in the X-Men. These are things that were taken away from us by religions, by saying don't look at these things, by telling you that no, this is witchcraft, or by telling you that no, this is sorcery. Yes, it is sorcery, because source, it's dealing with source information, the ability to tap into the Akasha and pull the information directly from the source. No, these people are diviners. Yes, they are diviners. They are pulling information from the divine, from light. You see, so they've put all this, they've put fear around that which you originally are. So if you want to seek information, before you even do, you get scared. You get scared because they've told you that you're going to go to hell and you're going to burn, and you're afraid to disobey. They've made rules. They've set rules in place. Mortal physical men have set rules in place and told you what you can and what you can't do with your own soul's existence. They've put that forth, and made you an agent that even when someone else comes and tells you the truth, you crucify them, just in the same way that they did Jesus. He's like, yo, why are you guys crucifying me? And they're like, yo, man, we're not crucifying you because of all these miracles. We're crucifying you because you, being a man, say that you are a god. You see? So this is what is happening here on this planet, is that there's people who've come with certain rules and have made these rules in order to dictate you. But they know what the Bible is really about. They know. They call you a witch. Yes, because it comes from bitch, which is why you get the word bitch. A bitch is a female dog, and that pertains again to the dog star. The dog star being Sirius. A dog, if you turn that around, we said that God is light, right? What's dog backwards? God, G-O-D. So D-O-G, the dog star, the God star, the Sirius star, the one that we are following. So all religion is about, it's about astrology, the dog star. That's why in religions you get dogma. It's deep like that. They playing trickery on you and reversing the words. Because if basically I give you, if you take the word evil, right, and you spell it backwards, it's live. If you flip it around, it's evil. And if you put a D on top of that, it becomes devil. So it's reversed around. And then if you take the word good, which is God with just an extra O, you see, it's a play of words. It's reversed. It's reversed because the English language was actually created in order to become this spell. You are literally spelling out your own curses. So you need to get deep into the Bible. It's a lot. It's a lot. But then you know what? I'm thinking that I should, I'm probably gonna make a series about this whole astrology and the Bible and theology, because it's a lot, to just put it in one video. But for today, I'm just gonna stop it there. I'm just gonna stop it there. So remember that we are a divine race, and there's a lot going on here than what meets the eye. There's a lot. Peace, love and light to you all, family. Much love. Don't forget to like and to subscribe to the channel so that you can get more videos in future. Otherwise, for now, have a great, what is it here? It's evening here. My time as I'm recording this. I don't know when I'm gonna upload it, but yeah. Have a great evening, have a great day, depending on where you are. It doesn't matter anyway, time is an illusion. So, peace, love and light to you all, family. The self-haters scheming to break up good loving, to break up good loving, using misunderstanding, Yeah, the people of them tug of war, still in the race over, still in the race over, still in the race over. You're the best man, to hear neighbors still squabbling, turbulence speaking, things not worth repeating, in the middle of them tug of war.